Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So today I thought, I'm not feeling great, so I thought what I would do is I'd just do something, go back to basics, something that I really love doing, and you know I love my giant cards and my teeny tiny little cards as well. My I have a bit of an obsession for a collection of different size cards now, haven't I? Yeah, so thought what I'd do is I'd do a bit of decoupage because that's what I love doing. And I thought I'd have a little bit of a chat and tell you about my week and, you know, that sort of thing. And you can get on with doing whatever you want to do and I can do whatever I want to do. But the one thing I did want to do is, so I've got a terrible cold at the moment, so I'm using loads of tissues and things. And it's probably too much information for you. So I will warn you, I will be coughing and sneezing and all sorts of things all the way through this video. I think the sneezing phase is over. Touch wood. Touch wood wherever the wood is to touch. Oh, the window frames wood. There you go. Touch wood. So hopefully the sneezing side of it is over, but the coughing stage has begun, and you know what you can't do these days is cough anywhere, because you know you set off all the alert systems and that sort of thing, and people are like stare at you and run away from you and all that sort of thing. I've tested for the last 4 days and I am negative, so it's not that. So yes, because I'm using loads of tissues, I was in the craft room and I was looking for, while I was sat here, I was looking for tissue and I couldn't find any. Found some in the end, but what I did find was loads of napkins that are just kind of shoved in. So I'd initially thought that was they were the tissues. Oh, sorry, I've just dropped my bobbin off my sewing machine, and I initially thought these were tissues, but then I thought, oh no, they're they're napkins. They're just not very well cared for, and I'm sure we've all got things like this that are just kind of shoved somewhere. So what I thought is, let's make something with these. So I'm not allowed to use any other napkins other than the ones that I have screwed up somewhere. So they're the only ones I'm allowed to use. So and I thought what I'd do is I'd start with, sorry, my voice feels like really husky, so I don't know whether it sounds husky, but it feels husky internally. What I thought I would do is I would also use some of this, which I don't use very often, and that's the Tim Holtz collage medium, because some people swear by this as the thing to decoupage with, and I don't use it, so I'm going to use it today. So when I do any kind of cards and they are covered in, you know, when they're plastic coated, you can tell this is plastic coated, very shiny. This one isn't plastic coated. It's got more of a sheen on it. It's just papery. But this one is plastic coated. The older ones tend to be without plastic and the newer ones tend to be with plastic. And I'm not keen on the real shine. So one thing that you can do to get rid of it is cover it in a bit of your chosen medium. You don't have to go out and buy this. Please don't go out and buy this. I'm only using it because I've got it, because it's not much different. So you know, I normally use watered down Mod Podge with a bit of distress ink in it, and that's in it, and that's what I use. But I'm only using this because I literally it was sat in front of me and I thought, oh, I really should use that. So I'm gonna do this with a slight colour to it, just because I want it to look a bit more vintage, but you certainly don't have to, and you can make it vintage in other ways, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me just get this on. And really, one big thing I am not capable of doing at the moment, whilst I'm not feeling very well, is multitasking. So thinking and talking. They're quite difficult things to do at the moment. So and remembering to breathe as well is always a good thing. So so once you've covered it in a bit of glue, your chosen, glue, I like to cover it in a bit of napkin. So I like to put some napkin down on top of it, and what that'll do is you don't have to worry about the creases. You know, try and get out the big bits, unless you want that to be a feature, and then just kind of flatten it down, and stretch it out a bit, and then just rub it all over. Be careful if your finger's wet, because it will just tear the whole thing. And where's my trusty Slimming World card? Doesn't have to be a Slimming World card, you can use any card you like. And just something to kind of drag over the surface, and then this will mat the whole thing down. So I might just pop a little bit of this over the top, because it does dry matte, I believe. I wouldn't use anything that was going to dry glossy over the top of it. I mean, you could just leave it the way it was, but you know me, I like to over egg a pudding. Oh, pudding. Somebody say pudding. Yes, please. Oh no, Slimming World. No, sorry, Slimming World. Hide, Slimming World. I didn't say pudding at all. So yeah, I wouldn't use a glossy one, because the only reason why I wouldn't use a glossy one is because you just tried to get rid of the gloss, and then like to use a glossy something would make it look glossy again. So just to go over the top. You see, I don't mind like the small creases in it. You know, if you can leave big creases in it, it's your card at the end of the day. I'm not the decoupage police, so I'd be kicked out of the force if I was the decoupage police, because I'm not very strict at the rules that the real decoupage people have. I mean, you know, when I say real, I don't mean like I'm not real. I am real. Please tell me I'm real. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a dry. I'm going to put it on some of this tissue, because then it's got somewhere for the moisture to go. But hopefully you'll see what I mean when this is dried off a bit. You'll see that it's taken away that sheen, and it made it look a bit more vintage. In fact, probably more vintage than the actual vintage one. So, and because it's matte, it will look like it's paper, you know. So I don't know whether I'm making any sense. Really am struggling at the moment. So I've been at work all day, and just being at work has challenged my brain today. So so I just thought, what can I do that I can de-stress from the day, but also spend some time with people that I really like. And so I'm here because you are the people that are the people that I really like. And so I'm here spending time with my friends, and making some stuff. I just wanted to do something where it was good for my mind. We were talking about mental health and mindfulness today, and I think this is where I was itching to get home and do some crafting, because I find that really therapeutic for my mental health. And I guess that's the real reason why I got back into it as an adult, is to kind of help better manage my mental health after the breakup of my marriage, and everything that went on with my husband. I needed to do something where I felt like I was able to do it, and felt, you know, accepted and valued and that sort of thing. So valued, you know, devalued, I don't know, whatever. I have a value, don't I? £2.50 at least. Come on, you'd pay £2.50 for some time with me, surely. So yeah, there we go. So that's what it looks like with. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Oh, yeah, no, not the time warp, Dave. Let's do the time warp again. With a jump to the left. And a step to the right. Sorry. I don't think I've ever opened this one. Heave! Have I? Oh, Oh no, well, I've opened it, clearly, because it's got no seal on the top, but I've clearly never used it. Shocking. I've had it probably a year, and I've never used it. I know. Don't judge me. So I'm going to use some of this, and I want to see what the difference is. I want you to see what the difference is from using like just a plain colour and one with a bit of ink in it. But also I want to be able to then show you how you can make it look like that without using that. Please don't go out and buy this stuff. I know there are some crafters out there that don't use anything different. Now that's great. If you've got loads of money to burn, then give it to me, because I haven't got loads of money to burn. No, if you've got loads of money to burn, then great. Go and buy the products that you like, and spend the money that you want to spend. But if you don't have money to burn, don't go and buy Tim Holt stuff just for doing gluing stuff with. Mod Podge works just as well. Glue stick, these sticks, these work as well. Don't go and buy anything that you don't have to. And I'm probably never going to be a salesperson talking like that. Well, I used to be a salesperson, and I don't want to be a salesperson anymore. So that's the reason why I say I used to be. I am just going to put this on here again, just doing the kind of like I don't want big creases in it. You can have big creases. I don't. I want it to look very similar to that, so you can give it a bit more of a realistic comparison. And don't do like I did and just rip the hole in it, because because you can if you like, but don't, because learn from me. Gently. If you're going to scratch it over with a card, do it gently. Gently. Try not to stab yourself with the knife as you pick it up off the desk, Dave. That's always a good thing to do. Yeah, you've just realised, Dave, that you have to dry it first to be able to peel it off the tissue. I was thinking, oh no, it's broken, but it isn't. I just didn't switch it on properly. So this is the one with just the plain collage medium. Again, it's a matte finish. The Mod Podge is a matte finish, so like I say, don't worry about it. And if you do use a glue stick, we're going to be here all night, aren't we? If I just go, this is one who's going to be used with a glue stick. And I think I've done a video where I compared them all. I was using tags. I did, because Brian found them the other day and said, "Are you going to do anything with these?" I felt like he was casting shade on me. So I'm just going to cut this off. So I'm such a weakling at the moment, I can't even tear it off. Just do that. There you go, Dave. That's fine. And then having a problem identifying what was an emery board there. So I'm just going to get rid of all of the edges, and I just choose to do it this way. If you want to cut it off, if you want to leave it on, entirely up to you. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. I'm saying this is my way. I did it my way, and now the end is near. Blimey, it's only a cold day, and the end isn't near yet. And so I face my final curtain. Oh, I didn't face any curtains. I've got blinds in my house. There aren't any curtains. Or drapes, as some of you across the pond call them. I don't get that. I know that some people call them drapes and some people call them curtains. So I guess it must be certain states. Oh, that's very like eye pitch, isn't it? Eye pitch. Yeah. So anyway, so I was doing this because I wanted to, repair my mental health after a stressful day. So that's it with just the napkin on using the collage medium. Let's do one with my chosen glue stick, which is this one, which is my Tesco one. You can use any glue stick you like. Let's do one with a glue stick, so you've got a bit of a comparison. And that's it. We're not doing all the glues in the room. Stop shouting at the camera. Stop saying, Dave, do that one, Dave. I've done a dash of Dave, not a ocean of Dave. All right. My ears are so bunged up. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Hopefully I'm not talking to myself, and hopefully this one will fit. I'm going to stick that on there. And so this one is just using the glue stick. So actually, just using the glue stick is perfectly fine, except for the napkin you chose to use has got a bit missing from it. Oh, and you've also... That's sharp on that corner. That's why I keep making a hole. I haven't done that corner, obviously. I am a mole and I live in a hole. Oh, honestly, this cold has just been horrible. Because it's been on one side of my nose. Like, only one nostril has been dribbling, and it's like been like a tap, and the other nostril is so dry and painful. And now, having said all of that, my other eye, the eye that isn't connected to the nostril that's constantly running, is now starting to weep. So I've got a very... Hopefully this is clean, because I've got a very weepy eye. Only half of me is crying. So, anyway, so that's just using a glue stick. Get rid of that, Dave. Throw it away. Don't keep it. Don't need it. Move the knife, Dave. Somebody's going to lose an eye. So, that's the one with just the glue stick. See, it's, for me, doesn't look much different to this one. I mean, like, obviously it's different because it's a 2 of clubs and not a 7 of hearts. Just dry it off a bit. A glue stick doesn't tend to need a lot of drying because it's quite a dry glue anyway. So that's it with just the glue stick. So like I say, don't go out and buy anything special because you do not need it. Okay, but what I'm going to say is if you want to then colorize it, just colorize it with a bit of your chosen dauber. Let's not use something too dark, Dave. Let's use tea dye. I was going to use crusty walnuts. It's not crusty walnuts, Dave. What is it? You call it crusty walnuts every time. It's not. Walnut stain. That's it. Walnut stain, crusty walnuts. And you know something, then I'll end up my brain's looking for crusty walnuts and thinking, oh, why can't I find it? Because it's not called that, Dave. That's why. So this is using not crusty walnuts, as we've established. What's it? Tea dye. I'm just rubbing this over the surface. I mean, like, this is quite an orangey. Like, it's tea, isn't it? So, like I was going to say, it's quite orangey. And why is it orange? Because it's tea, Dave. Tea is quite orange. Even black tea is quite orange. Which I believe black tea is the same as our tea. So in the UK, it's just tea. If you ask for a cup of tea, you just want a cup of tea. You don't want, you don't have to go into the whole what flavour it is and how it was brewed and who picked the leaves, or you just want a cup of tea. So, and it's one standard brand. I believe in most of the other parts of the world it's called English breakfast tea, but I couldn't testify to that. I know I've mixed the colour of my brush. I know. Don't look at me with that tone of voice either. So I can do what I want. It's my brush. It's my brush, and I want to have a little pride in my brush. It's not a brush I have to hide in. I'd never get in there anyway. Although this brush has more hair than I have on my head, so there we go. So there you go. So you could arrange it like that. What? So let's do a bit of the. This has turned into an experimental video, hasn't it, Dave? Yes. So let's use this one. So this is antique something. Antique liquid. No, linen. Dave, just got your finger over the liquid. He just assumes that it said liquid. Antique linen. So this is antique linen. See, I'm not keen on antique linen because I don't think it does much. It gives it like that kind of creamy, kind of, you know, old kind of, maybe antique linen kind of finish. Yellowed in the sun. Yeah, antique linen, Dave, that would make sense. Oh. You didn't come here for the intelligence, did you? So let's hope that let's hope if aliens are out there and they're looking for intelligent life, let's hope they don't beam me up, because we're either all doomed or they'll just leave us alone because they think, oh no, he's a representation of the life on this planet, then we'll just go home, travel all these light years. Oh dear. I really don't like antique linen. Now I've established that that's what it's called. I don't think it's got much colour to it. So, you know, if you like it, when I say I don't like it for the effect that I wanted. It's not that I don't like it. Okay, let's just establish that. So I'm using one that's also got a bit of a yellowy tone to it, and this time it's brushed corduroy. And that has that kind of like bit of a yellowy tinge to it, and it just gives it a different appearance. So, and you know, I haven't done the back, and if you wanted to do the back, you're entitled to do the back. It's your card. I'm not your what's the people that deal with cards? Croupier. Is it a croupier? A croupier? Yeah, I'm sure it's croupier. Or I don't know whether that's how you say it, but something like that. So anyway, these are my cards, and we've established now this was done with this, which is the Tim Holtz Collage Medium Vintage, and this is the Collage Medium Matte, and that was then coloured over with, I don't know what I used. What did I use? Gathered twigs? No. Gathered pictures of the smiles we left behind. It's not gathered anyway, it's scattered. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind. Misty watercoloured memories of the way we were. That's my... Is it called a vibrato when you like do that wobbly noise, like you've got a pea stuck in your throat, like a pea whistle? Oh dear, this is why I don't like spending time with you guys. No, I do genuinely like spending time with you guys, but you do turn me into a bit of a nut. A bit of a nut, or more of a nut? Why? So what other ones have I got? Should I leave it like that? Oh yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. You guys. So anyway, so like I say, I don't think there's that much difference. You can tell that these have not been coated over the top, and this one has, but it doesn't make any difference. All you want is a matte surface, a key for it to be able to adhere to. So. Oh, Dave, you just dropped that in flaming water and you need it, you fool. Right, so now I'm going to choose... Sorry, I keep pulling my sleeves up because I'm actually still wearing my work clothes, which I really shouldn't be. So So I'm going to choose some of these that are screwed up. Like this one hasn't even been separated and it's screwed up, Dave. That's terrible. You're terrible. You see, look, this one's lovely. This is... I can't tell whether it's upside down or not. Oh, I think it goes... It's multi-ways. Each quadrant, is it a quadrant? 4. Something split into 4 is quarter, so yes, it's a quadrant. We'll get there eventually. So why is the butterfly upside down on it? I don't know. I don't know the answer to your query. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one, this flower here, and I'm going to use my trusty water pen. As we've established, I use a water pen rather than a water brush because I prefer it. You use a water brush if you prefer, or just your fingers to tear it out, whatever you prefer to do. I'm not going to get it says Michael Design, so I don't know where this has come from. Whether that's to do with Michaels. I know that that's a is it a craft brand or is it a craft store company in the US? If you're from the US, please let me know. So I'm going to put this one on here. I would like to be able to tell a little bit of a story, so, and I might put, no, I don't want to put that there. I think I want that butterfly, but I'm not worried about, I want it a bit more of a torn edge on it. Because if you use a water brush on something this small, it can bleed into it and then you end up tearing bits of the butterfly off it. So stripping the butterfly of its wings is not a done practice. Not a practice I condone, anyway. I think I might want that, and I might have it kind of overlaid like that. Yeah, let's go for that, Dave. So, like I say, I'm just going to use the collage medium because it's here. And because if I don't use it, I'll never use it. It'll just sit here and dry out. And it has got some of this wrap on it, because like when you've used it, it's really important to not leave a big air gap. So as it goes down the pot, like squash your cling film or whatever you choose to use down, so it doesn't leave that big air gap, because that'll just dry the medium out. So, and if you've just spent an absolute fortune, sold your kidney and everything to get it, you don't want to be letting it dry out now, do you? Do you? I haven't got any kidneys left to sell now, so I've bought too many Tim Holt stuff, obviously. One day he might have something to say about it, but he's never actually seen one of my videos, so I don't think he'll ever say anything about my comments about the cost of his products, because, you know, you have to hit it big for Timmy to be involved. Uncle Timmy. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's probably a good idea, actually. So, and if you're one of his lawyers, you definitely don't know who I'm talking about. Okay, Tim Holtz. That's what shh, keep it between ourselves. That's what I mean. I've bought a few Tim Holtz things quite recently. I've got a couple of things in my shopping basket on Amazon that I can't afford at the minute because it's not payday. Payday doesn't happen until the 15th of the month, and so I've kind of got them in there, and depending on what my budgeting is like this month, I might buy some. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to budget after the fact, so I will buy them, and then I'll have to budget for it. So I'm going to put this. I did say I was going to put it about there, didn't I? I just didn't like the way it was upside down on the other bit. Right, let's peel it back, Dave. It's like a skin graft. You have to peel it back a bit and then, like, put it down when all of the... I mean, not that I've ever done a skin graft. I will just point out because that would be weird. As I'm a resource manager and my previous job was a teacher, I don't think that having done a skin graft would be appropriate, really. I'm going to move this brush out of the way, otherwise it's going to get covered in glue. I think my sleeves are going to get covered in glue anyway. I've got so many jumpers that I've got like a blob of acrylic glue on it, you know, like you can't do anything with it. Say, what's that? Do you know you've got a blob? Yes, I know I've got a blob. I'm scarred with it. That's alright, it's a bit pasty. I guess it's, I could have that there. I'm not like dead fussed about it. Oh, I quite like this. This is, I know it's quite grey, but I like the, it's got a silver tone to it, Dave, rather than grey. Don't call it grey. I'm not the Happy Easter bit so much. I could do that across there. I think these are supposed to be catkins. I don't know what they're called in other countries. Sorry if you'd like thinking what on earth is catkin. I don't know what they are. But you know those fluffy things that you get on trees? The fluffy seed thing. Are they seed heads? I don't know what they are, but we call them catkins because they're like cat paws, basically. So I guess that's why they're called. I'm not saying that's the reason why. I'm saying I would assume that's the reason why. I am not a... trying to think of the word... biologist? Botanist? Botanist, not biologist, Dave. Oh, dear Dave. Oh, dear Dave. I might put it like that. I might put that on there like that. Let's just see what else I could have with it. What else? What else have we got? We could have an interesting coloured butterfly on it. I'll say interesting because it's like interesting. We've got more of this. Oh, we've got some of this. The floral bit off the edge of here. I only tend to use the Alice bit if I'm doing an Alice in Wonderland type thing. I've got these. I might use those little pink flowers. That's not really very much, is it, Dave? There's a bit of a flower there. I think that's too bright, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, this is more in the right palette tone, isn't it? So, these, like a nice... I'd love to be able to get my words together. I like a nice... I don't know whether... Are they supposed to be poppies? They look quite muted for poppies. And also the petals don't... It doesn't look like the petal count is right for poppies. But that would be quite nice. I'm not sure whether it will stand out, though. Maybe go for this bit, because it's already torn. Let's just tear this off and see, and have a bit of a placing for it. So, I was thinking maybe some poppies down here, or whatever they are, poppies, whatever, and then this kind of encircling. Like I say, words, they don't come easy to me. Words don't come easy to me. You know what I didn't bring with me, don't you? I didn't bring a drink, so my voice is going to be progressively getting deeper, and I'll be able to do Barry White songs by the end of this. No, that's too bright. Too bright, Dave. I think that... I don't... Get that off there, Dave. I think that, although I'm not sure, I'm not convinced, or I go for, get rid of that for a minute, or I go for a nice border of these down here and that round that, might go for that, actually. Yeah, let's just do that, Dave. Otherwise we're going to be faffing around, faffing and doing nothing. So, which is basically what I feel like I've done at work today, is faff around and do not very much. So, other than clutch my head from the pain that I was going through. Oh, such a terrible headache today. I'm going to take this borderline off, so borderline. Feel like I'm going to lose my mind. Keep pushing, I love over the borderline. Sorry, I've just ruined that song for everybody. Well, I don't know whether it ruined it or improved it. I don't know. No, I'm not casting aspersions here. So my aspersions are not being cast. It was never my favourite Madonna song, but there you go. My love over the borderline. Keep pushing. So, you're glad you tuned in now for the terrible singing and the hideous nostril conversation, and my ears are burning. Somebody's talking about me now, so they're probably talking about how terrible my singing is, to be fair, but that hasn't happened yet. So if you are talking about it, you can't be influencing my ears because you're in the future and I'm in the past. So I've just torn it a bit more so that it's more of a less of a straight edge. That's what I mean. More of a don't know, less of a straight edge. That's what you mean, Dave. Do I want it on there or do I want it on there? No, I want it on here. Again, if you're shouting at the camera going, no, you should have had it on the other one. It's too late. It's happened. It's in the past. What I'm doing now is in the past. So, and you can't influence the past. Well, if you can and you've got a time machine, can you let me know? Because, there are a few things I'd like to change. Like having met my husband, for one. Can we go back and never meet him? Would be a good thing. That would be nice. If you can arrange that, I'd be really appreciative. And I'll pay you for any fuel that your time machine uses. I don't know what your time machine uses. Well, it better not be any more than the price of a cabbage, basically. So when I say I'll pay you, I mean within reason. I'll pay you. It came for the delirious conversation, obviously. My nose is feeling really bunged up now. In fact, it's only one side of it that's bunged up, because the other side of it is still just so sore. Honestly, I won't go into any great detail, but if you've ever had a cold, you'll know what I mean. So sore. Oh, and the interesting thing was, if you're squeamish, I'm really sorry. You might want to listen away now. You can't look away because I'm not going to show you, but you can avert your ears instead of your eyes. I had a nosebleed on Tuesday morning, and was it Tuesday or was it yesterday? I can't remember. It was Tuesday or yesterday. It was one of the days that ends in day. That's the only thing I am convinced of. The day ended in the word day. It was a day. It was one of the ones between Sunday and Saturday. I had a nosebleed and then I sneezed and the whole thing just like cast off, like a horror movie had just occurred. And it was not a pretty sight, and it was just like the wrong timing, because I was due to go to work and I'd got a meeting to attend, and oh dear, honestly, it just did not go very well, my day that day. I don't know how to incorporate this, or do I want to incorporate? No, not that way. So if I do that, I could kind of encircle, couldn't I? Yeah, let's just put it on. I might regret it, but regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. And that's all I know, so don't judge me. I'm sure you won't judge me. So, and if you came here for the singing, you came to the wrong place. So, do you think I could? Let's see if I could just tear this. And I know, I know it's terrible. It's like, what are you doing, tearing it? But I'm tearing it. So just go with it. I'm just tearing it so that I can kind of not put it with such an arc to it. I wanted it to be less curvy and more straight. Oh no, when I said my nose is feeling really blocked and it's now just suddenly decided to run, which is always interesting. Which way up? I could then put that like that and just have it so that it goes up one side. Yeah, I'll do that. And then, I mean, it won't completely join, but like, you can't really see it anyway, so yes, I like that. I could put then something more centrally in the middle of that, so I might have one of my people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Oh my gosh, like only like dolphins like clasping their fins to their ears and going, "Shut up, you're breaking us. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried." I could break your heart with one badly hit note. I might put some feathers on this. These are supposed to be feathers. They're not. They're kind of stylized feathers, but I quite like them. I might try a couple of these. So I'm going to use my pen this time, my water pen. Oh dear. I'm like, this is what my brain is like all the time. I have to stop myself. There are times when I'm in meetings and I physically have to stop myself from singing something that somebody has said. I don't know why I turn it round when there's one that end. People say something and a song creeps into my head and I think, and I have to stop myself from singing out loud. Sometimes I don't get to myself in time, and I end up saying it out loud or singing it out loud. Depending on who I'm with, it depends on, if it's people that I work closely with, they're kind of just like, it's him again with his constant lyrics in his head. And if it's like somebody I don't know, they're a bit well, they're a bit taken aback and they're not quite sure how to deal with it. So it's always interesting. Free? It's not free. I'm going to charge for it. No, obviously not. There are no charges here. No charge, Chuck. I just don't know. Those are quite similar in height. I could do it like that and have that maybe there. I don't know. I don't know which one to put down. I quite like the green one. So the green one could go there. I don't use a lot of green. I could use the blue one the wrong way round and the pink one maybe over the top. Or is that too over the top? Right, let's give that a go. Let's at least put the green one down. So no, Dave. No, Dave. Don't do it, Dave. So I'm going to put... do I want to use this one? No. Let's not use this one. So I'm just going to seal up my thing. My medium. Or extra large. Or, excuse me, I think I'm going to sneeze. No, clearly not. Gonna sneeze. Gonna cough instead. Oh, I should maybe give it a wash first before I just dry off the. There you go. It's not hardly a wash. It showed the water to its face. So, a cat lick. It was more than a wash. I can't remember what I was going to say. I don't know what I was talking about. Don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, me singing to you. I think that's what I was talking about. Who knows? Was anybody actually paying any attention? If I talked about gobbledygook, you wouldn't notice because I do anyway. So, I think I'm going to put that on there. When I say I think I am, obviously I clearly am because I've just stuck it down now. So I'm just going to put that on. I think I'm going to put some underneath it just to make sure it sticks down. I know a lot of people just don't do the underside bit, but I don't always get very good results with that if I don't completely stick it down. So I'd like to be able to cover that bit up there because I'm not keen on the plastic showing. So I could put that there and have it hanging off the edge. We'll do that, Dave. Let's do it, Dave. So this was the one that we used the stick glue on, and you could absolutely do this bit with stick glue. Might be a bit high up. Go to about there. You could do this with stick glue. Just make sure that your background bit is dry first before you start dragging a stick glue over the top of it. Otherwise, you'll just tear holes in it. And you see, like, you can turn the napkins over. I know I've told you this before, but you can turn the napkins over, and I'm sure you all know this anyway. And it doesn't really. They might be slightly lighter in colour than the correct way round, but it all adds to the ambiance of it. Is that the right way up? It is, Dave. And I think, shall I put that like that? Yeah. Otherwise they're all curving too much the same way. And really be careful if you're over gluing over the top of the stuff that you've already got, because it can go horribly wrong. Or it can go horribly right. Well, it wouldn't go horribly right, would it? It would go happily right. That's it. Now I'm really gonna have to like dab this off my nose. Otherwise it'll drip into view in a moment, so I won't blow my nose. I'm resisting blowing my nose, and nobody wants to hear me blow my nose on camera. Well, you won't be able to hear me blow my nose on camera. You'll be able to hear me blow my nose on microphone, but not on... Oh, shut up, Dave. It's that typical thing, you know, at night when you start to really go downhill, when you get to a certain time of the day, and you just start to feel a bit like, oh, I'm starting to feel really bad now. I should really do something, shouldn't I? Let's just do, for the hell of it, let's just do one of these really teeny tiny cards, just for the hell of it. I did have some little flowers, some that I've torn off something else. There you go. I've got them. I could put them there. This might be... is it the shiny one? Oh, it is. Let's get a bit of tissue on this. Not the one that I've blown my nose on, don't worry. Oh. Didn't remind me. Don't put your brush back in the water yet, Dave, because you need it. You're going to need it in a minute, Dave. Anyway. So... I'm trying not to blow all of the napkins away, but you cough, Dave. Oh, shut up, Dave. pop that on there. I don't really think I need a card to be able to spread this out with. I do love these teeny tiny ones. I've really got a thing about miniature stuff though. I like things in miniature, and these are obviously great because they look exactly the same as a normal size one would. I don't know whether the backs are the same though. No, they're not. They don't bother with the very intricate pattern. You know, like the backs of these. Yeah, like these have got an intricate pattern on. They don't bother with that. It's a shame. They should do that in miniature as well. I'm sure there are some that you can get, but these were cheap. These were literally in a cracker. Now, when I say in a cracker in the UK is a thing that you pull at Christmas and they go snap and that sort of thing. So they should really be called snappers rather than crackers, but don't ask me. I didn't make them. I didn't invent them. I'm just relaying the story. And they're pulled at Christmas, and inside they have, well, not just Christmas and New Year really. And inside they usually have a party hat, so like made of paper, like a paper, brightly coloured tissue paper party hat, sometimes in foil. And if you buy the more expensive luxury ones, you tend to get the foily kind of ones. And they have, just trying to think what I might have on here. So I think I'm going to have the top of that on it and get rid of that bit. So, and then they also have a terrible joke, so like a really corny, joke, like what's brown and sticky? A stick. And, those kind of dad jokes. Or what's black and white and red all over a newspaper? What's black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white? A penguin rolling down a hill, or those kind of things. So that's don't blow all of the flowers all the way. So that's what they tend to have in them. And they also have some kind of like gimmicky thing. So it could be a pencil sharpener or a circle drawing compass, or little pack of mini playing cards, or a metal puzzle or something like that, one of those finger puzzle things. So that's what they are. So I know that I've been asked that before, because I didn't realise that they were kind of, they're not only a UK thing, but I didn't realise that they were more of a UK thing. Oh, just, when I said don't blow those flowers away by coughing, just blow the flowers away with the dryer instead, Dave. So just give that a dry off so we can get on with this. Well, that's bubbling. I've got that too hot. If it starts to bubble, you've made it too hot. Don't worry though. If you quick, rub your finger over it. Be careful though, because it'll be hot, and it can just kind of get rid of those bubbles. Press them back down again. So I'm just going to tear all this off this edge. I won't bother with the emery board. Just tear it down. And I say, well, I won't bother with the emery board, but I will. You knew I would. You know me. I like to do it properly. If you're going to do something, I don't know the end. My brain's not working. If you're going to do something right, do it properly. No. If a job's worth doing, do it properly, or do it right. Oh, I don't know. It's one of them. Yeah. I don't know. Please don't ask me. I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's a good job I wasn't signing up any new contracts today, wasn't it? It all gone horribly wrong. So I'm glad I didn't have to speak to any new suppliers today either, because that wouldn't have gone down well. They just thought I was a blithering idiot. Well, more than normal. Yeah, I'm going to put those on there. So tiniest dab in there. I don't need a lot for this tiny flower. Put a bit there, put a bit there, put these on, and I know that these haven't been inked in any way, but they will. They're so tricky to do when they're so little. Well, they're tricky for me because I've got pork pie fingers, so I'm not Tim Holtz. I don't have pork sausage fingers. I have pork pie fingers, so, or pork sausage fingers. No, he says not pork sausage. Pork chop fingers. Yeah, I have pork sausage fingers or pork pie fingers. If you don't know what a pork pie is, you're missing out big style. Although they're not terribly good for you. Unless you don't eat pork, in which case then you're not missing out. So I think that needs another flower, kind of something down here. I'm just going to have to find something that is small enough now. I guess I could use one of these. Tear this off and see if I can tear one of these out, or two of these or something. Would they go there? Well, they would. I'm not sure whether I like them though. Oh, I really need to go below my nose. These would go. But I don't know whether I can get. Oh, I could get. No, they're very similar in colour to that one, aren't they? So I always say I'm going to use this stuff, and then I make tiny little things like this, and don't use very much of it at all. So it's like when I was going to use up the bits at the weekend on my live, and I literally didn't use very much of it at all. Use the tiniest bits. I'll get rid of that. There's another bit of that. No, it's exactly the same, Dave. Do with something a bit yellowy, I think. Oh no, that's yellow. Something not a bit yellowy then. Something orangey. Those might be nice. Some of those little orangey flowers. Yeah, let's go for them. Let's just tear them out, Dave. Don't need a water brush for that. Get rid of that. Try and push all of that to one side, otherwise it will avalanche down again. Yeah, get rid of some of the green off the corner there. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. Like I say, just be careful that when you're over gluing, because you're just making everything really wet. Put that on there. This is working in miniature. I'll never find this again, this card. Sorry, I just wiped some off. I knew it was going to be a bit excessive otherwise. Yep, that's fine. I'll do that. Let's dry that off. Put that on something to dry it off. Oh dear, what's it telling me now? Is it telling me to breathe or something? Oh no, I've achieved my goal. I don't know what goal it is. There's a number of sniffs in a day, or no idea. Oh, this little tiny one's lovely. Oh, I really like that. Again, I've made it bubble a bit, but squash it down a bit. Just doing this to kind of push it down again, so it's bubbled a bit. There we go, and get rid of the. I have to find a very tiny person to put on there if I'm going to use some of those Tim Holtz, what they call paper dolls. I'll just tear that off, Dave. You're going to find it really difficult otherwise. Sorry, I forgot to speak. I was like in a world of my own there. These aren't dry. Let's get them dried. Is this one dry? They're all slightly wet. Just be careful, Dave. Just give that a bit of a I like it when they don't completely obliterate the card. You know, like when you can see like the fact that it's a playing card. You can slightly on here, but it's not as clear as I would normally leave it. I like them to look like playing cards. You know, I mean, like I've seen people do altered playing cards, and like it's absolutely fine for them to do them how they do them, because they are different people to me, and I've seen them do them where they completely obliterate them and you couldn't tell it was a playing card, and for me, I don't see the point of that, because isn't that the whole point of altering a playing card, is to alter it and make it look like a playing card? If I laboured that point, probably. Just they will curl a bit as well, the ones, especially the plastic coated ones, because the plastic will start to shrink, so just be careful, don't overheat them. So that's all we've gone a bit. Just try and flatten it out now. Oh, it's very hard. Down, get that one flattened down. I'm going to cut this down, otherwise we're going to be here all day with the emery board. I prefer an emery board, I think you get a better finish, but I'm just going to cut this down because for speed. It's not a better finish, I think you get a more, I don't know, softer finish. Cutting is very harsh finish to it, so that's stuck to itself, Dave. Okay, that's that. Oh no, you missed that off the top, Dave. There we go. And then cut this one down as well. You get like a softer edge to it when you use a bit of sandpaper, as opposed to like a very hard edge when you've cut it. You know, it's a very definite edge, isn't it? So, oh no, I nearly got rid of that. That's the tiny playing card, Dave. That's the problem with those tiny playing cards, is that you end up throwing them away because you don't realise that they are there. So that's that. Let's get some things to put on here, and then I can. Right, I'm just going to have to take my mic off a minute, so leave that there. Have a quick sniff while I'm away. People who need people. Oh! My people. Sorry, I forgot I was talking. I was talking to you and you weren't there. My people thing is kind of a bit overflowing now, and the people thing is coming off the bag. It's because I've got some of those 3D chip people in them. You know, the ones that are a bit... Oh, Dave. You've completely murdered that, haven't you? There we go. So, I don't know whether I've got a tiny people for that. A tiny people. Oh, he's interesting. Oh, I've not seen him before. Well, I always like a bit of a juxtapose with a fella. You know, fella and flowers. Because men like flowers as well. See, these are the chip people, the ones that are a bit chunkier. See, if I'm going to use him, I'd have to have something for him to sit on, and she looks like she should be hooked on something. But yeah, the people that are quite like. Don't know whether that's a yay or a nay yet. No, she's too pasty. She's got a big dress, hasn't she? She looks like she's got wings. She's the witch from the Wizard of Oz. I know I've said that every time I get her out. Oh, sorry, lady, I nearly broke your neck. I didn't deliberately mean to. She's quite nice, but again, she's sitting, so no, not them. They completely obliterate it. See, they're ones that I've made from just things like people I've found and cut them out. No, he's got a Christmas tree. That's not going to work today. Again, he needs to be leaning on something. These are all multiple peoples. How about him? No. Or him? No, not him. I didn't. You know what else I meant to get while I was stood up? I meant to get the words. No. Chip people? No, too tiny. Tiny chip people. Teeny tiny chip people. Where did he come from? I don't know. I was thinking about maybe having him, wasn't I? Yeah. Finding it hard now to clear my throat. So no, they're going to be too pasty. No, I'm not keen on the way that these are cut. You know, these chip people. I'm not keen on the way that they're cut. They seem to be a bit, I don't know, like they've been hacked at, like they've lost half their head. She's nice, but looks like she should be leaning on something. And also, it's just a bit pasty. I need something like, you know, somebody wearing a dark colour to make them stand out a bit. I've used him on loads of things, can't use him again. He's a nice fella, but I could do with a bigger version. Oh no, actually, I quite like him on there. I think she's touting a Bible, this lady here. I mean, I think she's touting a Bible, this lady here. The others are fellas, Dave. So, everybody knows who I meant by she. Anyway. Right, I'm just going to take this off again. Things just go back on the shelf. I might see about them. Struggling now. I'm really struggling to breathe now. Sorry, I'm trying not to cough. I just wanted to see if one of the birds would be quite nice on here. I don't put birds on cards very often. Playing cards very often. I don't know why. Oh, blimey, that's a bit giant. That's more like a dinosaur, Dave. Dinosaur Dave. These are all supposed to be... That's a flower, that's nothing, not a bird. I'll leave that out, because that's in the wrong place, Dave. So, sort it out, Dave. Sort it out. No. It's probably the most boring bit for you guys, is waiting for me to try and get my act together on this thing. Again, I don't really know, I'm not sure. I wish he didn't have such a big border. I like the ones I've cut out of magazines or books. Quite like him on there. But then I'd lose his wing, wouldn't I? Yeah, I think he needs a centre stage somewhere. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Canada goose? Nope. I don't know if there's a Canada goose. It's a goose. he'd only lose his tail, which isn't too bad. Quite like that one. No, not that. I think I'm kind of inclined to put a bird on this one. It's a pigeon. No, nobody wants a pigeon. Oh, I quite like him. Is it preferable to that? I don't know. I don't know which one's more preferable. I can't make a decision today. Or that one? No, not that one. Well, I can obviously make a decision. I can make a decision that isn't the right one. That just looks like a flying Swiss roll. So, no, that's a couple. I can't split them up. Sorry, can't do it. Just can't split up a couple. There are too many people that are too willing to do that in life. So, oh, I like the fisher, the kingfisher. He doesn't have anything to stand on, but I could put him a word there, couldn't I? Oh, I quite like I think I might go for the kingfisher because otherwise I'll be here all day. Or I could just have half a bird sticking out at the side, like hello, hello, I'm a bird. You know, something I quite like that. There's another one here. No, that one's sticking out of the hole. I quite like the weirdness of the bird. No, I like the kingfisher. I think, once you've decided, haven't you, in your head? There's not a lot that people can do or say to dissuade you. Again, it's another couple. I'm not splitting them up. That one just looks wrong because it looks like it's broken. No, I think that's what I'm doing. So you have those moments where you just think, nope, that's it. I can't pick up another one. Oh, there's another different style of he's diving. I think he needs something watery though. So they tend to dive into water. They don't tend to dive into oblivion. Some of these are upside down now, so I don't know what they are. Yeah, you deserve a bigger card. I think I did have a bigger card, didn't I? I didn't do anything with. Yeah, no, we'll keep it as that. I think we're going to use that. Oh, don't escape. You need to go in there, fold yourself over. I really like that. I quite like it because it's quirky. I'm just going to cut this off this edge. And should I tear it off or shall I? No, let's do this. Yep, that's better. So this is the one I was going to have this on, wasn't it? He needs to be stood on something. Yeah, and I might just have a bit of a torn edge of book page behind him, just to make him stand out a little better. Let's just get you'll see what I mean if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a very good chance that that's the case. This is Alice in Wonderland book, clearly from the drawings on it. Will he fit on there? Yeah, he'll fit on there. Do I want that? Is it that colour I want? No, I think I need something. Oh, I don't want it as dark as that, but I want it to be darker than this because I'm dead fussy. This. It's not that much different, Dave. What else have we got under here? I'm still here, by the way. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm just maybe that. Let's go for that. It's a very similar sort of colour. I don't know why I didn't use the other piece. Right, I'm just going to stick this down. Do with sticking it to something. Let's do the back of this. Oh no, that's a better colour that side. Oh, hang on a minute, what's this? Bird watching. How... Oh, sorry, no, not even bird watching. Watching birds. How ironic. It's like it was meant to be, this book. Because that's what I'm gluing it to. I'm gluing a bird to a bird book. I'll stick him on there. And then I'm going to tear him out. So I'm just going to tear him with a bit of an edge. Well, I am when I can figure out which way round I'm going. I don't want like a huge bit, very sticky on the back where I've just used it as a glue book, but never mind. And I realise I'm not going to get all of it in because obviously it's going to make the picture bigger. And it was already for having problems fitting onto the card, but it just sometimes gives it that kind of je ne sais quoi. That I don't know. Is that je ne sais quoi? I don't know what. That certain thing, basically, it means, isn't it? That little bit extra. Extra, extra, read all about it. So, what's a foot? That's a foot. Oh no, it's not a foot, it's a claw. Don't ask me what I'm talking about. I'm delirious. I'd love to say it was like the cold and flu tablets that I'm on, but like I'm not on anything. I haven't actually taken any like cold or flu remedies this time round at all, and it's really weird. I really have not. I've not had a cold for it's got to be 4 years at least. You know, I had COVID at the very start of the pandemic in February 2020. I've had nothing, no other sniffles or, you know, anything since then. And that's bizarre. Or I like that now. Yeah. Oh, and not that I didn't like it, but I like it even better now. And he does need something to stand on, I think. And I think that's going to have to be a word. He needs something that's suitable for him, doesn't he? Just one life. It's my life. No, Dave. Just one life? I don't know. It's not really very appropriate, I don't think. Make a wish. See the world shine brightly. Maybe shine brightly because kingfishers do shine brightly. They're beautiful birds. Yeah, I think I'm going to have shine brightly on there. Right. Deploy art glitter glue. So, get this out of here. It's nice that when it actually works first time, because I've got a pin in it now, so hang on a minute. Like you say, it's nice when it works first time and then it just stops coming out. Oh, no, it's coming out now. I've gone blind in one eye because of it's weeping. It's watering because for some reason it must be some kind of a head cold. I don't like the term head cold though, because I always think that when people say, "Oh, he's got a head cold," they think it's all in your head, like you're imagining it. But I know that isn't what they mean. It's bizarre, isn't it? I know. It's funny how we think things that aren't true. But yeah, I think that's what people think of me, that like, oh, he's making it up, he hasn't got one if he's got a head cold. So that's what I always thought it meant. When I was younger, I mean. I don't mean like yesterday. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. La 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 la, yesterday. Oh, I believe in yesterday. And that needs to go in some water, Dave, otherwise it'll become a crispy mess. Stop, whoa, yeah, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, Mr. Postman. Please, Mr. Postman, look and see if there's a letter for me. I know it's ridiculous. I know it's like, but why not? Why can't you be ridiculous? You can do what you like. It's your own, it's craft, and you can do what you like. And I'm going to do it, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. But I like it because it's made me laugh, and it'd be even better if it had a googly eye. She might be better with a googly eye, to be fair. And that's not a euphemism. It's me on the euphemisms again. Oh, she had a googly eye. I want to be able to still see that background, but I've put him on there. I just like it. You might never see this card ever again, but I like it. I like it now anyway. When I get off camera, I think, what on earth did you do? What on earth, Dave? Get a grip. You big kid. So, do what makes you happy. And don't care what other people think. She's got that look in her eye like, uh-oh, that giant pigeon's going to get me. Pigeon. That giant pigeon. Yeah, I like that. That's funny. I might need need something that's maybe original. It's definitely original. Limited edition, probably just as good. Oh, funny. Oh dear, they're all falling out now. Sorry, Brian. Brian sorted all these words out for me, and now they're all just like falling out. Create art. Obviously not the wrong way up. Create art. I quite like create art, you know. Love this life. Be brave. Genuine. Yeah, it's definitely genuine. I think genuine might be a bit giant though. I like create art, you know. I am an artiste now. I am creating art. I'm going to put create art on there, and I don't care what anybody thinks. Alright? In fact, I'm going to put create art on there, and I'm going to stick it to something. I'm going to stick it to something, one of these. What's this say? Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never loved you. Left you, loved you, left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence. I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Have I said too much? There is nothing more I can think of to say to you. Yeah. So, like I say, if you didn't tune in for the music, then you know, well, it's just all part and parcel of me. And those people that are new subscribers to me, then you'll just have to, you know, you'll either like it or you'll lump it, won't you? So, I am me. I am original. I am what I am. I am my own special creation. bang my own drum. I think it's not. I think it's noise. No, you think it's noise. I think it's pretty. No, to be fair, I think it's noise too. Let's just agree to agree. Let's just agree to agree that it's. I think it's. We both think it's noise. Shut up, Dave. Don't know what you're talking about now. Like now. I don't know what I'm talking about now. What do you mean you don't know what you're talking about now? You didn't know what you were talking about before. So this is just brown Sharpie, and this is something I've done a couple of times. And I like it because it bleeds into the paper, and you kind of get a real, you know, you don't have as much control because it just bleeds into it, and it'll spread to wherever it wants to spread. But I like the darkness of the edge. So don't know when I started doing this on, but I did it like a couple of days ago, and I was like, I really like that. I know what I did put it on. I put it on the edge of a tag. I really liked it around the edge of a tag. It's a Sharpie, so it like kind of makes you feel a bit high as well. So create art. I'm going to put that on there, and shame I'm going to obliterate the 9. I don't want to obliterate the 9. Maybe I need to peel her head up a bit. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. It's too late now. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. I don't know where that came from. I was thinking about yesterday. I don't know why. I don't know how that's got yesterday. Oh, that's, you know why it's got, why? Because it's got tomorrow in it. Tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. I don't know who tomorrow is. So I'm going to stick him to something too. I think he might go nicely on a bit of map page as well. Where shall I stick him? Stick him somewhere here. And I think I'm going to stick him. Oh no, I want him to be a bit more variation in colour. What's that? Oh, it's the United States of America. Oh, I thought I recognised that. I want something with a bit of purple in it, to be fair. I don't know if I've got any more of this map page down here. Oh no, I've got another bit here. What's this one? Well, this has got Canada on it, but again, it's not that. I'm not casting aspersions about America or Canada. They just don't have a lot of different colours in them. No, we're going to have to go with Brazil, I think. Brazil. Yeah, I'm going to use that there. I'm going to stick him to there, and then I'm going to tear around him. Brazil. Oh, maybe. Maybe I'm going to do this. Sorry, I'm just kind of concentrating, so I'm just trying not to kind of colour the whole of him in. You took the whole of the moon. I don't know where that came from either. Honestly, my mind is like a jukebox. Well, it's an out-of-control jukebox because, like, you can't actually stop the thing. What I'm thinking, why is it sticky on the backs? Because I'd already started dark glitter gluing it, hadn't I? Dries clear. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is dark glitter glue. Yeah, Dave. It's funny because it's in a different coloured bottle to that of the American ilk. So. You took the whole of the moon. So pop him on there. Just turn it slightly so I get more of the colour around him. less the words, because they don't come easy to me, as we've established. Alright, I'm going to do a proper full-on tear of him first, and then tear him down from there. I'll just tear that bit off, tear the white bit off the edge, or the cream bit off the edge, and then put that in there for later. Not for later, not like I'm going to eat it later or anything like that. And then I'm going to tear around him with just a smidge of an edge, because why not? Why the heck not? I can, and I will. So, and I have. Oh dear. I need to have a drink, so I really should have brought my water up with me when I came up, but I didn't. I just kind of came into the craft room and sat down and thought, might do something. And I thought, well, let's do something with my crafty friends. And I did. Oh, I can't tear that like that. I don't have the daintiest of fingers, so trying to tear that, it's very difficult. No, I can't. You see, I can't even grab that. I need to cut my fingernails as well. They look terrible. They're really long. Well, they're long for me. I really don't like it when the sound of them on the keyboard. So when I'm typing at work, so I don't like. It's not the external sound. It's the internal sound. I don't know whether you know what I mean by an internal sound, but you can kind of feel the sound as well. Probably makes no sense to other people, but it makes sense to me. That's all that matters, isn't it? So it just needs to make sense to me. Yeah, I'm going to put that edge around him as well, like I did with that one. You just have to be very careful that you don't go whoosh across his face, or decapitate a leg. Or can you decapitate a leg? No, you amputate a leg, don't you? Decapitate a head, Dave. That's not easy to get between his legs. Oh, I say. Oh, matron. Oh, matron. Need to give myself a minute. It'll all go wrong if I do. Okay. Just get this done, Dave, before you start giggling like a school child. I want him there, I want him there, don't I? Yeah, I want him there, and I want a nice word across the top, and I think then that's kind of done. I'm not sure now about that penguin, no, pigeon on that other thing. I liked it at the time, and it was like made me laugh. So I do these silly things. Put him there. I wished he was smiling. I like the smilier ones. Put that there. I'm going to put word across there, I think. What am I going to do with that? Can I peel that off? What am I going to do? She's coming off. She's like trying to escape. She's like, get that pigeon away from me. Take that pigeon away from me before they bite. Take those dogs away from me, by the way. No, it's going to have to stay. I'm going to have to live with it. It's creating art anyway. And if anybody asks, that's what we were doing. We were creating art. I might just give them a bit of a go over with a bit of a colour, and he might blend in a bit more. I don't think he will, but oh, he does. He blends in a bit better, and I think that might have been what it was. Yeah, no, that's not what it was. Not the harsh edge at all. It's the the fact that he's on there, Hello, you. Hello, you. What have you come for? Have you come to say, actually, Daddy, that looks lovely? I like it. Good. You're my biggest supporter. Oh. So, masterpiece man. A masterpiece man, William Shakespeare. Okay, so like these are like ones obviously from the alley of the Express. I thought it said create mind, great mind. No, I don't care for that. Don't care for that muchly. The old man and the sea. What's that? Okay, that's interesting. Comments. Asked me to replay it. Asked me to repay it with songs. That's actually quite suitable for me, isn't it? So, but it's not going to fit, so we won't use it. So. No, I'm not tuning up. No, they're just little words. What's this? Small talk. The problem is it's small. I guess that's the reason why it's small talk. Start doing things you love. I like it, but it's not big enough. It being small talk. No, I don't know. I've started this, I've gone down this road, and I don't know what to do now. Is it too late to turn back? Every spoonful is different. You see, I like things like that. They're just cut out of from cereal packets. Oh, how about that? It just says he. It's different. I don't know. I don't know whether I like it. It's different. That's all I can say about it. It's different. So what's here? I like these things as well. So this is from Mrs. Cogg's crafts, and they're just the things that are at the bottom of the digitals, and I like them and I keep them, and every time Brian uses something and I ask him to keep me the footnote thing of it, the page footer thing from it. I don't know, this is going to be a struggle, isn't it, today? They're letters, those up there. Dragonflies. See, I just like the randomness of words. Floral fantasy. So thank you, Mrs. Coggs. I think you've just supplied me with the thing that I wanted. Like, your digital might be great. I don't know what it looks like. Brian's got it, but I like a floral fantasy. I think I'm going to use that. Oh, I could have a floral fantasy in an old English garden. A floral fantasy. Yeah, we're going to go for that. I'm just going to snip the end off. Yep. Do that as well. A floral fantasy. Don't want the Mrs. Cogg's thing, but an English garden. I think Worcester's come to tell me it's time to go out, so he's actually lying outside. So he's now he never used to do this. He never used to lie down. He used to pace, and now he's learnt to lie down outside the craft room. Yeah, that's where he is. The thing is, you can't make eye contact with him, otherwise he starts getting all excited. See, he started moving again now because I looked at him. don't know whether to do in an. I'm going to cut it there, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. I think I might just cut the very smallest smidgen off the bottom of here to give it a bit more balance. I want something a bit more. I want to put this on something, but I don't know what to put it on. Maybe a bit of book page. What's this from? Advice from a Caterpillar. Oh, it's another. What's her face? What's her face? Oh, Alice in Wonderland. It's another Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? One. Yeah, I might just colour this up though. Colour my life. I don't know the song, so I can't sing it all. Let's get rid of these, because I'm not going to be using any more of these. But no, they nearly went in the bin. I didn't need to do that. I nearly made eye contact with the dog as well, and didn't need to do that either. So, we're not going to do that, Dave. You started thinking, I could do this and could do this, and actually it's too late to do this and this, isn't it? So, yeah, no, we're not going to do that, Dave. We're going to find something to go on there, though. I've put the people back. I could put a tiny bird on it, couldn't I? Yeah, might cut this bird out. What else is on here? This is just like a random collection of what was left from my you know, when I did my the crazy craft challenge, you know, the blindfolded clusters. So it's left from that. So, and if you haven't seen that, that's in my videos. I might link it in this if I remember, but you know, face it, I'm struggling as it is to do anything today. So, voice doesn't feel quite as hoarse, although I do feel like it's got a bit deeper. And the reason it's got deeper probably is because I'm dying for a drink. When I say dying, I mean like it's obviously a slight exaggeration because I'm not dying. So I've told you 1,000,000 times, don't exaggerate. Sorry, it's an in-joke. It's a running joke. My eyes started to water again. I'm going to put him on there, and you know why? Because I can. And I might even have a tiny little word I could put him on. The tiniest little word. I might have a tiny word in a book actually. So, or I could have one of the tiny words here. Oh, let's see how big this is. How big is this? And let's find one that will go in on here. Maybe one in black, so it'll stand out. See, black is a more popular colour for me. Imagine, journey, create, believe, artist. Imagine again, artist again. Family, wishful, peace, hope, inspire. Inspire. Laughter, adore. Oh, I'm going to go for adore. Why not? I could have gone for altar because it's actually an altar card, isn't it? So, but I didn't. I've gone for adore. So I'm going to use some art glitter glue on it though, and I want to just ink the edge a bit. Just so it's not got a white edge to it. Stick it with a bit of art glitter glue. Other glues are available. Not affiliated with art glitter glue, just to clarify. So I'm going to go there with a door. I'm going to do that with the bird, but I'm going to just colour it down so that it's not quite so white background. Looks a bit more eldy because the background's quite white, so I want so that, yeah, that's fine. I like that. And this is actually a sticker, so I really should sticker it. We will bind it, we will find it, we will stick it with glue, glue, glue. We will sticker it, every little bit of it. We will stick it like new, new, new. There we go. Snip his tail off. I know he's not clipping his wings, literally. There you go. So that's him. Put that back in there for now. Don't know whether I need it now, so just put the pin in for now. So I was going to ink these down, wasn't I? So, oh, I don't know whether I wanted to do it actually in. I think I was going to do it in a colour. Bit late now, isn't it? Really. Could use a colour though, I suppose. Something. Let's use a bit of this. It's just because it's here. It's like this is the one where I always get like confused. Doesn't take much to get me confused, so. Oh, I quite like this. You know, I quite like it, like a bit. You know, a bit. You know, I'd love to be able to tell you what I mean by but I can't tell you. You're on your own. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I can't help you. A bit, I like it a bit undulated, mottly, not mouldy, steady. Put a bit of that on there as well. Push that thing flying over there. Oh no, see that's gone over there as well. Yeah, that was, many happy accidents in craft, aren't there? So things happen, and you're like, oh, I don't know whether I like it like that, and like it just happens. And then somebody goes and sticks a wood pigeon on it. So, I still don't know why I did that. That's my brain inside is like screaming to get out. My brain is screaming to get out. It challenges me at the best of times, but today it's even worse. I was going to stick this to a bit of book page, wasn't I? I don't know whether I will now. Don't know whether it needs it. It might just need an inked edge. Don't know whether I want this. That might be too harsh. Just maybe. I don't think it needs this because I think I've already done this. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. Put that in there and I can't get it out. I've glued it in, glued the pin in the end. But luckily I did get it out. So when I say I can't get it out, it's like over dramatisation really. Floral fantasy. I like the fact that I even like the fact that the cutting out is terrible of that. In an old. When I take the picture of the thumbnail for this video to put up, I might hide that pigeon. Otherwise, people will think I've gone mad. Well, think. No, I'll have it confirmed that I've gone mad. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I need to cover it up now, but I'm not sure what to cover it up with, and I don't know I don't know whether I should. I think I might want to just leave it as being a bit... Dave was having a quirky moment, so... If you never see it again, you know why. Take that bit out of there. I think I might do that little card though. Oh dear, can't get that in there. Might do this a bit, put a bit of colour on it as well. Specifically the edges as well. Yeah, that's better. Put that in there. Oh, Dave, that flaming wood pigeon. If only. It's a coup. It's a coup. Oh dear, Dave. It's not even funny. I know it's not funny. I know. Ow, that hurts. My eyes are hurting. So sorry. Just a stool pigeon. Ha cha cha cha. Can't even get those words out without needing to cough or laugh or something. I'm just a stool pigeon. Ha cha cha cha. Oh, all right. I'll leave him. I'll leave him. No, I'll leave him. I'm not convinced, but I'll leave him. So anyway, like when you see it on the thing, it'll be like this. So you can't see. See that I've gone completely nuts and I've put a very bizarre pigeon on it. And with my little tiny bird, I love that little one, that little tiny one. It's gorgeous. I'll never find it again. Trust me. Like a needle in a haystack in this place. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me. Thank you for helping me not feel how bunged up I feel. Hello, you. What do you want? You can't come that side because that's where the microphone wire is, and you're gonna get all tangled up. But what? Come on then. Come up. Come on then. Come on. You want to see your people? Okay. All right. No, you're gonna come this side then. Gonna come this side. You're gonna come this side. Come on then. Up you come. There you go. What do you think? Do you like the kingfisher one? Do you like this one? Yeah, and what about this one? This one? Do you like this one? No, don't want to sniff that one. This one. How about the one with the bird on? He's just giving me that look of like, Dad, what on earth have you done? Oh, I love you to bits, Worcester. Anyway, me and Worcester are going to go. Worcester's going to need his walk, his evening walk. You want to go for a walk, do you? Before we get to bed. And then we will see you around in the next video. I'll put you down. There you go, good boy. When I say put him down, I don't lift him right up. He has these front paws up here. It's too big to be lifted. Don't tell him. It could be lifted, lifted, lifted. I think that was the Lighthouse family that sang that. Oh, my nose is running now, like big style. So anyway, I hope you've had a nice time. Thank you for helping me feel like a bit more human and less like I was feeling a bit sorry for myself, to be fair. So anyway, I hope you've had a nice time with me. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to give this a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and follow, and don't follow me around the shops because it's very boring if you follow me around the shops. I don't buy very much. Napkins I buy a lot of. So I'm keeping the sales of napkins up, I think, in the UK. So thank you for spending some time with me. I think I've already said that. I'd like to thank my manager and my mother and my parents for bringing me up. I'm not doing an award speech, Dave. That's slipped into award speech mode. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is with you. Remember, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and certainly don't give me any of your germs, because I don't want another cold like this. Thanks very much. All right then, you take care, folks. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. 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 Bye.